Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, July 10. The security force's capacity to monitor communications by criminals is being strengthened with approved changes to the Interception of Communications Act. In addition to gathering tangible evidence, this will allow investigators to apply to the court for a warrant to intercept and disclose communication of organized criminals, including lottery scammers. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang moved the motion, which was approved by both sides of the House of Representatives on Tuesday. Approval was also given for the Proceeds of Crime Amendment to Second Schedule, Order 2019 Resolution, to allow for the seizure of profits made by criminals from their illegal activities. Dr. Chang says the resolutions will correct some of the challenges being faced with the Anti-Gang Act, allowing police officers to prosecute major players of organized crimes.
The resolution will also aid in targeting offenses under other legislation where there could be manifestations of a criminal lifestyle.
In addition to the strengthening of legislation, Minister Chang says increased training and sensitization sessions will be conducted in the coming months, involving all stakeholders to achieve greater success against criminal organizations.
That work has started, and greater effort and collaboration between the police and the Director of Public Prosecution Office has in fact increased the capacity and the effectiveness of applying not only this law but other legislation that is designed to assist us, the country, in apprehending and prosecuting criminals and criminal organizations.
Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, has tabled the long-awaited sexual harassment bill in Parliament. During Tuesday's sitting, Minister Grange said the legislation would shortly be referred to a joint select committee of Parliament. The bill is intended to protect men and women whose quality of life are affected by intimidating, hostile, or offensive environments caused by unwanted sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and crude sexual behaviors. It includes proposals for dealing with sexual harassment in the workplace, schools, correctional institutions, places of safety, nursing homes, medical and psychiatric facilities, among other places. Also coming out of Parliament, government has proposed the establishment and operation of an Agricultural Development Fund, ADF, to provide much-needed stimulus for immediate and sustained improvements in the sector. Minister without portfolio in the Agriculture Ministry, J.C. Hutchinson, made the announcement during his contribution to the 2019-2020 debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. He pointed out that legislation has allowed several agencies within the ministry to impose cesses, user fees, or licensing fees on importers and local producers of agricultural commodities. But Mr. Hutchinson says this has created an imbalance and a disparity in the rate of development between agencies within the same ministry.
It is being proposed that there be a repeal of the sections of the various acts that empower the various public bodies in agriculture to collect cesses and or user fees or licensing fees from importers and local producers, and enact one single body for the imposition and collection of cesses for agricultural development.
Meanwhile, the Agricultural Produce Act will be amended to increase the fines for predial larceny.
We will soon be bringing to Cabinet the Agricultural Produce Act, which will see the fines for anyone convicted increased to a maximum of $3 million or 6 months at hard labor. There will be restitution where the farmer will be reimbursed for their loss. This would be in addition to the fine imposed by the court.
Minister Hutchinson says new crops will also be added to the schedule of the Act to include bamboo, castor bean, cannabis, and hemp. He says farmers will be equipped with an invoice book which will indicate the terms of a sale, therefore safeguarding their transactions.
We intend to have invoice books complementing the present receipt books for farmers when selling their produce. Farmers sometimes sell their goods on credit, but still have to give the purchaser a receipt, which puts him at a disadvantage if the purchaser lacks integrity.
And finally, While taking measures to reduce overcrowding in hospitals, the Health and Wellness Ministry is putting items in place to increase the comfort of patients. A number of transport and trauma stretchers as well as recliner chairs have been bought for distribution to hospital emergency rooms. This will allow patients to sit more comfortably while they wait to be admitted or wait for a hospital bed.
Last year we had some issues when we were overcrowded in the peak season, which is coming on now, where persons had to be sitting on hard chairs or other objects or lying down on, in one instance I saw someone lying on the floor. We're trying to avoid that. These represent 32 in the initial phase, and then the recliner chairs of 200, which will come later on, will help to provide that kind of, hopefully, additional comfort.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa-McKenzie says the 200 recliners on order are expected to be available in time for the start of an anticipated increase in hospital visits in September. In the meantime, the Kingston Public Hospital has received 15 of the stretchers procured so far, while Spanish Down Hospital has gotten 3 of 18, benefiting the Southeast region. 4 each are being provided to Savannah Lamar, Maypen, and St. Anne's Bay hospitals. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.